Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Reselling Farming Mom. For those of you that don't know, my name is Ashley, and typically what we do here on Sunday nights is we run through everything that I sold throughout the week, as well as everything I'm shipping out tonight. I let you know what I paid for it, if I can remember, what it sold for, and why I picked it up or why I sold it the way I did. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so first up, side note, I left my glasses at Grandma's house today. I have yet to call her and tell her that they're sitting on her nightstand. So I feel like, I don't know, I just don't know. It's like you guys are, the camera is really far away, but it's not. So I'm going to do what I can do tonight. And last week I tried standing up, and this week I'm going back to sitting down. Just because I really struggled like to read my iPad so I could tell you guys everything I have to say, because I used to just know it all and now I can't remember everything. So I really had a hard time standing and reading. So I went back to sitting. Let me know in the comments if you guys think it really made a big difference. I don't think it's gonna. So what we sold last week. It was a lot better last week than it has been the last couple weeks. I mean, by like 2 or 3 items, but they were a few bigger items. So of course the second one's a $4 ad, but we'll get into that later. First up was a vintage Walt Disney World Winnie the Pooh at Home collection metal teapot kettle enamel. So this teapot, it was really cute, really nice. The bottom had a little wear on it. I listed that in the pictures I put it in the pictures on the listing, and also it did not have like the little honeybee stopper at the very end, but it was very clear in the pictures and in the description that it was not there. I think I paid $3 for this at a friend's yard sale last year, and it sold for $20. So that was a pretty awesome profit. It took a while to sell though. I mean, it sat for quite a while. The next was a vintage 1957 de jour 8mm print ad. I accepted the offer at $4. Everyone is telling me I need to work on my pricing, and I am. I am working on my pricing as I am listing now. I am not going back and revising old listings on their pricing, but I am working on building my confidence on my items and my pricing on my items. So these ads that I'm selling right now that are listed on eBay, if you're interested, they're all listed at $5.95. I accept offers on them. They are all out of Saturday evening posts from 1957 right now. So they are not super sought after ads. They are more common ads. I feel like the Post is more of a common magazine. So I have listed them at competitive prices on eBay, so they will move. And they do move, let me tell you what. If you have old magazines that you don't know what to do with, farm them for ads, I'm telling you. Next was a lot of 20 Go-Go Crazy Bones. So I had no clue what these things were called. They're less than an inch tall. They're little plastic alien looking things. My son has had them for years. My brother put them in a garage sale at our old house maybe 5 years ago, and my son kind of took them out of the garage sale and kept them for himself. Well, they've been sitting in my basement for about a year now. It was one of the things he says he does not want anymore because we went through his room and through his things. So I Google image searched them, I found what they were called, and I listed the lot of them. The lot of 20 sold for $13.85. They're not super old. I want to say that they were like late 2000s. So I had a lot of them though. I did not want to go through and list them individually because they're so small, and I didn't want to try to keep track of all of them. And I was kind of nervous that if I did that, I would accidentally ship the wrong one. So then I would be out the shipping costs to replace it. And I was happy with the $0 in and sold for $13.85. Some of them can sell for more money though, if you find them in the wild, but I've never personally seen them in the wild. I feel like they're the kind of things that get lost in between couch cushions. So next was a vintage lot of 28 miniature Homco home interiors, bears, and figures. I highly recommend not picking these up ever. do not find these in the wild and think that you need them or that you need to resell them. This was a lot of 28 of them. I had them listed on eBay as a lot because I was $0 and Grandma was going to donate these to the Goodwill because they were family members' leftover garage sale remnants. They couldn't sell them. They were going to donate them to the Goodwill. So I scooped them up because I thought I could do something with them. I have done something with them. I've been selling them as lots, but I mean, you're selling huge lots for not very much. The lot of 28 sold for $20. So it is a decent profit, a decent amount of money to get in. But I mean, this 28 pieces that I had to individually foam wrap. So I am okay with that because I am not very much in on my dunnage right now because I bought in huge bulk of this foam wrap and bubble wrap. So it was okay for me to use, 4 feet of it. But if you're buying your bubble wrap or foam wrap from Bubble Boy or something like that, like you still get good prices, but not as good of prices as what we got. So you got to factor all that in, how much you're paying per foot. So you might not be making as much. So I would not recommend picking up home interiors bears to resell, but if you can get them for free, I'd lot them up and list them. Next was a set of 4 Tupperware canisters. They had reminder windows and they were one-touch seals, blue and white nesting. This was a set of 4 and they were all in excellent condition. They all fit inside each other. They were clean. I got them at the local Goodwill for $4, guys. That was a steal. I can't believe they had them priced that low. I think it's because they were all nested that they didn't realize that there were 4 in there. So I sold this lot of 4 nesting Tupperware canisters for $25, which is what I was asking for them. They're not a super vintage set, but they were a very, very nice set. So I was happy with that profit. Next was, okay, so this woman bought 2 items. She bought 2 vintage Vision Corningware pieces. She bought the 1/2 liter saucepan pot and lid for, hold on. So she messaged me and asked about buying both of them if I would do $28 plus shipping. And I said, yes, I would do $28 plus the shipping. And I combined them and the shipping and sent the invoice over. So for the 1/2 liter saucepan and lid, she paid $13. And then for the 1 liter saucepan pot and lid, she paid $15 plus shipping on both of them. I was okay with doing that because these ones have been listed just a little bit longer than my other Visions that I recently sold. But these I got for free. I got them for free in a garage sale clean out, and you pay it forward. It pays off in the end. I really do think so. Like I said, I am working on my pricing, but at the same time, I picked these up for free. So $28 I thought was a great profit on them. And they weren't too difficult to ship. And I actually got them both to fit in a large USPS box, which I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to, but I did. So that really excited me also. I didn't have to Frankenstein any boxes together. Next was vintage Cornerstone Iris dinner plates. Now, these are not Corelle plates. You guys hear me talking about Corelle all the time. I pick up Corelle every time I find it, especially if it's at a great price. If it's marked up, I think about it a little bit harder. But typically, I pay 50 cents a piece for Corelle or any other plate, cup, bowl, etc. These are no different. I paid 50 cents a piece, so I'm $2 in. The set of 4 sold for $18.95. So it was an excellent profit. I actually had bought, I think, 16 of these plates. So this was the last set of 4 I had. They are not Corelle, like I said in the beginning, though. But they are Corningware plates. And they are the same, they feel the same as a Corelle plate. Like the thickness of them and the style of them. So that's why I picked them up. Stumbling. That's why I picked them up. They're very similar. They're the Corningware, which Corningware and Corelle kind of go hand in hand. So make sure if you do pick up plates by my recommendation, picking up Corelle, you also pick up Corningware plates. my husband and I, we hit up the Goodwill yesterday, and I think I did the math. We got 58 pieces of Corelle yesterday at my local Goodwill. Corningware and Corelle. Plates, bowls, dishes. I was so stoked. I don't even know. I almost missed a lot of it. These Corningware plates and bowls that I picked up were very busy. I was not expecting them to be Corningware, but they were. When I picked them up, I knew exactly what they were, and I was just putting stacks in the cart. So if you're interested, I have a lot of classical garden pieces. They're beautiful. They're floral. Some have honeybees on them. So a lot of them are already up on Ashley's Thrifty Shop on eBay. So if you're interested, make sure that's linked up down below. You can go check them out. The last item that sold last week was another Corningware Visions piece. And I believe this also was the other one I got for free in this garage clean out I did last summer. It was another vintage amber Corning Visions, another 1 liter saucepan with lid. So I had 2 of them, and I believe when you list quantity, the last one, it actually shows the buyer that it's your last one. So I was free to me, and this person bought it at $19.50. So another excellent profit and a great flip. If you guys find Corningware Visions, I started picking them up because Thrifter Sifter, his reels were popping up all the time on my Facebook, and he was talking about picking up these Visions pieces, and he always picks them up. So I started picking them up, and they weren't selling, but after a while they started to sell. So I definitely believe it. The vintage amber Corning Visions ware, they're made in France. I would definitely pick them up. I pick up the 1/2 liter, the 1 liter, the 1.5 liters. They all sell. I've sold them all. I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm believer that they sell. So that was my last week's sales. So you guys, that brings you up to speed on all our sales up to Friday. So Saturday, I am living the busy mom life. I work full time and I get excited about organizing. So I want to tell you a little bit more about me. We start our own seeds, then we raise them out front. We currently do not have a in-ground garden space because we have an acre lot that we are working on clearing and raising up so that we can build a larger greenhouse and have a in-ground garden there. So we do all raised gardening out front of my house. So currently what I worked on Saturday was organizing my canning shelf. So I have one shelf back in my eBay room that was a hot mess of boxes and lids and totes and things. So I repurposed a 2-drawer plastic organizer that was in a closet here, and I organized all my canning lids, and I realized I have way too many regulars and not enough wides, so it's something I'm going to be on the lookout for. I also found 2 rolls of freezer bags I didn't know I have, and I got my new pressure canner that the hubs got for me out of the box and put on the shelf along with my water bath canner and I organized some of my canning jars, and I have all my rings in one box together. So that was my excitement for Saturday, as well as we hit up the Goodwill and got, like I said, 58 pieces of Corelle, which was extraordinary find for our local Goodwill. And then last but not least, we hit up the Tractor Supply and bought a new chicken water. That was the excitement of our weekend. That brings you up to speed on my sales, my weekend, and now let's talk about everything I'm shipping out tonight. So, first up is new old stock Webmark Scrapbook filler sheets. Bolo Buddies was talking about picking up Creative Memories scrapbooking stuff. I saw these at the Goodwill. I think I paid $2 for them. They are all still sealed. They're not Creative Memories, but they just kind of, I sensed, 90s vibes, maybe older, and it has like the things to put them in. I don't really know much about scrapbooking. I don't scrapbook, but I'm learning, what to get and what not to get. So I'm $2 in on these. I picked them up just off of, a whim. And they sold for $12.95, which is what I was asking for them. So I was really excited about that. yeah, scrapbooking stuff, guys, I'm learning from experience. Stamps are awesome. Stamps sell, but Stampin' It Up stamps don't really sell. So don't buy the 30 packs of Stampin' It Up stamps when you find them at the Goodwill. I made that mistake about 6 months ago, and I think I've sold 3 sets of them. I actually went through all of the sets when I got them, and I organized them and saw which ones were complete sets, and I listed all the complete sets. And then recently I went through all of the loose ones I had, and I listed them as a lot. But you've got to think, I went through the stamps that weren't complete sets 2 or 3 times, and I've pulled Christmas ones and I've pulled spring ones, and I've gotten a lot of use out of them because I teach, Sunday school once a month, and I do Wednesday nights at church. So I've gotten my money's worth out of them. But if you're looking to just strictly resell and you're not going to repurpose any of them, I would not pick up Stampin' It Up stamps. Bolo Buddies recommends Creative Memories. I recommend, new old stock, wrapped. Make sure you're just looking your stuff up, guys. I like to just pick stuff up at the Goodwill because you got to risk it for the biscuit, but don't always risk it for the biscuit. Next was a Lana Burger hook rack hanger coat rack. So this is a 4-hooker. It's a 4-hooker. It's got 4 pegs. It's got 3 hearts. Lana Burger design. Very nice, but the problem is it's very long, so the shipping is horrendous on it. I picked it up for 50 cents about a month ago when my husband and I hit up that local indoor garage sale. They had everything was 50 cents, almost everything. So this sold for $9.50, which is actually very fair. If you look these up, what they're selling for right now on eBay, even though it's Lana Burger, it's just not selling that high. So I was really excited to see it go for, the comparable listings, what they sold for. Next was a book. This book it's not a profit by any means. I bought it, I read it about, I want to say 2 years ago, and all my books were just sitting in a stack under my bed. So I listed them all on eBay. During the summer when I was really busy, I could list these in my bedroom, like sitting on the floor. Oh, Grandma's calling me. You know why? She found my glasses. So I listed these during the summer when I was trying to get my listings in, but we were just so busy. I could list like 4 or 5 books a night. And I would just sit in my bedroom on the floor and take pictures of the front and back of them. Obviously, I'm more into this than what it sold for. I think I already told you that. I listed it for $6.50 with free shipping. So that's only about a $3 profit for me, but that's okay. Books on eBay are not my forte by any means. I was just trying to get some money out of them. In a garage sale, a book goes for about 25 to 50 cents for me. And if it doesn't sell in a garage sale, it goes to the Goodwill and I get $0 out of it. So $3 profit is awesome. And also why I offered free shipping is because books, if you buy books on eBay, which I do buy books on eBay, a lot of these places sell them for $4 a piece, and then they're buy 3, get 1 free, and then they're free shipping on top of that. I have no clue how these, book sellers can afford to do that. I'm not trying to compete with them by any means. I was just trying to sell it, and by putting it as free shipping, I didn't have to weigh it. So $3 profit. I probably paid $14, $15 for the book, but we'll talk about that another day. I currently learned, guys, you find a series from like the 80s that you want to read, and then you buy them all on eBay. You spend maybe like $14, $15 on tons of books, and then you have the whole series there ready for you when you're ready to read it. So, lessons from Ashley, because I like to read. So, last sale of today was a set of 4 National Wildlife Federation 2-handled soup salad dessert bowls. So this is what they look like. They're not white. They're like a beigey sandstone color, and they have the 2 handles. There's a blue border, and then they all have a picture of a wolf on them. They're all different, which is not what I have the mugs listed also. The mugs is a set of 6, but a couple of them have the same wolf on them. We bought these off of my mother-in-law. She's working on cleaning out upstairs. I had the plates, the salad plates and the dessert plates as well, which I was kind of excited about. I thought they were Libby, but they're not Libby. They're National Wildlife Federation. But they really, I thought the weight of the plate, it was going to be a Libby plate. So I didn't list the plates. I didn't sell the plates or keep them. They had a lot of utensil marks on them, like right in the middle where the picture was. And I couldn't do it. I didn't want to list each individual plate, and a lot of the wolf image was gone, you know, from dishwasher, which plates are bought to use, which is completely understandable. So I'm probably $4 to $5 in on these set of 4 soup bowls, which is totally fine. They sold for $16.95. I was really excited about that because I wasn't sure. I'd not seen any of the 2-handled soup bowls. I saw the National Wildlife Federation, everything I saw, like it wasn't just the wolf. Like people were selling, like it had the moose and the elk and the wolf, and there was another one, but it wasn't just strictly wolf. So still a really great profit. So, but anyways, that's everything I'm shipping out tonight, as well as everything I sold last week. Make sure you guys, if you haven't already, go give us a follow on Whatnot, because next weekend we're officially hosting the 500 followers show. I've got the table all set up, guys. Babe, pan the pictures. You guys see it? Do you see the wonderful majesticness of it all? Do you see the golden pheasants? Do you see the Murano? And under those vintage fans is a complete set of primary colored Pyrex mixing bowls. So excited. Make sure you guys go check it out. It's going to be next Saturday at 8:30. It's going to be super fun, super awesome. So, but that's all I've got for tonight. I hope everyone has a wonderful week, and I will talk to you again next weekend.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.